Hey everybody, it's Wednesday. I'm finally feeling a little bit back to normal after a very busy, very fun CEDIA Expo last week. These shows are incredible. So much to see, great people, so much to experience. I hit sensory overload at least once a day. Oddly enough, and I bet it's not only me, but the first thing I did when I got home, besides of course sleep, was I fired up my system and watched all those same demo clips I had just seen at CEDIA over and over and over, so I could compare my system to the demo systems and see where those differences are. I can't be the only one, right? Quick question for those who were there though. Can anyone tell me a video demo that was not run from a kaleidescape? Every single screen you saw was running that same familiar blue interface. CEDIA's always full of news announcements, and this year was no different. What items are you most excited about? Drop your responses below in the comments and let us know if there's something you'd like us to dig a little deeper on for more information. But for now, rather than going through all the things I saw, I thought what I'd do is recap the 3 rooms that made the biggest impact on me. First off, the room with the most pre-show buzz and the most consistent line to get in was the Trinnov mcintosh Sonus Faber madvr room, complete with barco projector and Seymour-Screen excellence screen. Who could resist that stack of blue lights on the outer wall, right?
This particular room is a 12-seat theater, designed and built in Italy. We actually pre-built all of this, including all of the equipment, calibration and everything in Italy, to make sure that everything was the way we wanted it before breaking it all down and shipping it here and building it again.
This room is all about experience. When you're sitting in the room, yeah, the product's important. And when I think about creating an experience, if you think about going to a restaurant, it's unlikely that you're going to choose your restaurant from the raw ingredients that are used. You're going to choose your restaurant because of the chef. The finest raw ingredients known to humanity in the hands of someone that can't cook just won't be very good. But here at the show, we're working with some exceptional partners. Sonus Faber for loudspeakers, mcintosh for amplifiers, Trinnov for processing, barco for the projector, madvr for the video processing. You know, we've got the best raw ingredients. But what we're about as Officina Acustica is we built the room, and we're the chef. We're the people that takes all of the best raw ingredients and puts them together in a way that those raw ingredients sing. So as a company, we're the company that gets the best out of the individual products.
mcintosh is providing 19 power amplifiers to drive an 11.12.6 system. So we have 12 subwoofers. All of those speakers are from Sonus Faber, Italian speaker company. Sonus is introducing a new brand of sort of CI-oriented speakers, which we're premiering here. And of course, the processing in the system is provided by us, our booth. The Altitude 32 is sort of the brains of the system. The mcintosh amplifiers are the brawn, and the Sonus Faber speakers. We also have the brand new barco Njord 9,000 lumen projector on a Seymour-Screen excellence screen. And madvr, which is another partner in the booth here, providing the sort of state-of-the-art tone mapping and HDR mapping.
The madvr NV can display any aspect ratio on any aspect side screen, right? So what we do is we call it nonlinear stretch, NLS, and I guess you could think of it as, so we're compressing the picture and doing some expansion on it. And you can think of it like if you took a sponge and squeezed it, you know, automatically when you do this a little bit, it's going to do this a little bit. So all we're doing is compressing a little and then helping the outside out a little. And we show people this all the time, and they don't realize they're watching the 16:9 content on a scope screen, and the madvr NV has done this technology to it because it looks like it was created like this. Any possible screen size, you know, 166 crazy size, 166 to 1, Netflix 2.1, all the stuff they're doing then. They can say all these screen sizes, when regardless of what this aspect ratio is, make it this size. Seamlessly, easily, no more going back. It's constant image height, right? Fits your screen. So now when somebody decides to, hey, let's go to another streaming service, if you're going to that, or hey, let's go to the kaleidescape, right? It takes care of everything. Nothing has to be zoomed out or in ever again.
Then we have Seymour-Screen that give to us the screen, so it's a technical partner too, but this help really to bring the best video, so this is the video side. Then in the audio, there are our speaker, the Arena line, that is the new line from Seymour-Screen, that became the hi-fi with the statement and the reference of everything that is in the cinema market. Then we have the Macintosh amplifier. We decide to use monoblock, but we have also all the CI line. We use monoblock because the speaker in that case can handle a lot of power, so we use monoblock, and you can listen how is the result there. What we try to do with our product and the partner there is to give to the customer, and in this case the dealer, the best ever experience. So we transfer what is the hi-fi knowledge in the CI market, so we call that CI-Fi. The CI-Fi for us is really create the best ever experience for the end user. And the end user pay, so we need to give to them the best ever. So this is the idea.
We're pretty well known for our proprietary room correction system, which is called the Optimizer. It's actually, the full name is the Speaker and Room Optimizer, because we actually help speakers perform better than they might on their own before we even think about dealing with the room. But the combination of what we can do with digital acoustics, if you will, and the passive acoustics that Officina Acustica does, I mean, they complement each other really, really well. There are certain things that only passive acoustics can do. There are other things that only systems like us can do. And the two combined are amazing.
When we talk about who we are, some people think, oh, you're an acoustic treatment manufacturer. We're not. We build rooms with the acoustics built into the room. And when we work with industry partners to build rooms at shows, one thing we always do is at our factory, which is in Italy, quite near Venice, we pre-build the system. So we will build the room at our factory, put it all together, do some R&D, do some testing to make sure that when we come to a show floor, the experience that we've heard at the factory is exactly reproduced, just due to the consistency of the way we build rooms.
What a great room, right? Next up, about 50 steps away, was the Seymour-Screen Excellence stormaudio, Ascendo immersive audio, and Row 1 theater seating room, which also showed the Barco Njord projector and madvr. This room, while it didn't have that pre-show buzz of the blue light booth, it absolutely delivered. It packed the most punch, in my opinion, and the opinion of many folks chatting on the show floor. That's right, I said it, this was the better room. This room, quite frankly, pushed the limits of what a theater can be and do, and in my opinion, that Barco Seymour-Screen combination produced the most realistic, lifelike, detailed image I've ever seen. Not just at CEDIA, but ever. It was incredibly realistic and just flawless. As for the sound here, the stormaudio team did a wonderful job of taking full advantage of the performance offered by Ascendo. Amplification was split between Ascendo and Storm, and there was no shortage of impact. I'm someone who doesn't need reference levels in my room, but when you can hit reference levels and not feel loud, that's something special with a tremendous impact on space and depth.
We're showing our home theater speakers, mainly what you see here, very dominant, of course, subwoofers, but we're a full speaker manufacturer. That means we're also manufacturing all surround speakers, front speakers. You need for a home theater, yeah, and also we have 2-channel loudspeakers, by the way, for audiophile listening. And we have amplifiers, we have DSPs, we have the whole bit basically to complete an audio system, except of course the surround processor in a home theater.
At the show this year, we're showcasing many of our products. Our elite line of products have won awards there at the show. Our Core 16, of course, is very popular, but at this show, we're actually showcasing 2 new products. For many years, we've been the OEM manufacturer for other manufacturers, and now we're bringing some of the products we've made for them into our portfolio. One of them being a new receiver that's called the ISR Fusion 20. It really is amazing in that it couples a 20-channel processor with 16 channels of built-in amplification at 150 watts per channel.
And there is stormaudio. Stormaudio in this room, for example, provide not only the processor but also the amplifiers for all the surround and the Atmos speakers or the ceiling speakers. And the surround processor, of course, is responsible for decoding and also calibrating in a way the room, either by the means of using the automated calibration system or manual, or both. And we did in this case both, of course, because we want to show a really perfect result. And the front speakers are full active speakers. These are our CCRM12 MK2 models. They're powered, they have a DSP inside. They have networking capabilities. We're using, in this case, balanced inputs.
I mean, it's a great privilege, honestly, to be together with Seymour-Screen Excellence, with stormaudio, with Ascendo, partnering in this booth experience. We wanted that experience because we knew that it's an immersive experience, right? But it's an immersive experience at a very, very high quality level. And a consistent quality level, and we wanted the opportunity to have the seating be a part of that level of demo, because even though we focus on affordability in the seating, we have a high quality in the manufacturing of our seating, and we were curious about what dealers would give us as far as feedback of the quality and the comfort level for this caliber, and have the opportunity to partner with these guys in this immersive experience like that. Really is a new benchmark for Row 1.
What I would say is this: we're all about immersive audio, and we feel like we do it better than anyone else. But we're also, the other part of that immersive audio experience is going to be video. And having the right video partners as far as projection, and of course screens being the most important part, are part of that. What's amazing about Seymour-Screen Excellence is their acoustically transparent screens, woven screens, are just amazing. They don't impact the sound, so we're getting the best sound we can from the speaker system, which of course makes our products even sound better. Once the screen is not impacting the sound, then all we're dealing with is the acoustics of the space, which we handle with our DSP processing and our calibration of features. With stormaudio's ability to give the best audio performance is only as good as the partners we're involved with. And at CEDIA, of course, we want to put our best foot forward, and we partner with some of the best speaker manufacturers, some of the best projector manufacturers, and some of the best screen manufacturers. And of course, having good source material from companies like Kaleidescape is part of that.
Since we're talking about a projection here, is very important, because in a screen you create a lot of anomalies. So for us, a screen that is at most transparent and creates the least anomalies is the best screen. And in this case, Seymour-Screen, I mean, it's top notch. It's the best screen, period. If we're talking about acoustic transparent screens, yeah.
Flame away, but I'm not going to lie, the Seymour Storm Ascendo Room had the best performance at CEDIA. This was a cohesive experience from start to finish, and it was executed at a higher level than any of the other rooms, and the Row 1 seating really left me wanting to just pop some popcorn and watch a full movie. But wait, there's more. The dark horse. From an audio perspective, I want to draw some attention to the Hisense NextLevel Acoustics room for just a minute here. The ultra short throw projector looked really nice at 120 inches, but the real star of this room was the audio. NextLevel Acoustics is typically known for their custom high-end soundbar offerings. They can make a soundbar for you that will not only sound great, but they'll build it to order to match your specific display and your interior decor. This show, however, was the debut of their new Reference Cinema line with 7 matching bed layer MTM speakers, dual 18-inch subs, and 6 height speakers above, powered by Trinnov and fueled by, like pretty much every CEDIA demo, a kaleidescape system. I was really impressed with the precision imaging from this bed layer of these home theater reference cinema speakers, especially in a room with just a curtain for a back wall.
So we're showing our reference cinema line, guy down there. So we're doing a whole 7.26 Atmos system with them. It's our world debut. They are a compression horn driver with dual 8s. They slam for big rooms, they sound musical in small rooms. We're really proud of them, and we're really excited to be able to show this here with Hisense in a full sound room at CEDIA.
So we're very happy to be launching our new Reference Cinema series, and our flagship model is the Reference Cinema speaker, which you see behind me. That uses dual carbon wool 8-inch drivers along with a 4x4 compression horn.
So NextLevel Acoustics was at the top of my line, right? So the idea is to create this experience. Hisense is trying to make a name for themselves. So I wanted to surround them with a bunch of like players that would elevate their scenario. So you wouldn't necessarily think that Hisense would be surrounded by the likes of Trinnov, Kaleidescape, Audio Quest, all these giants in the industry. So whenever I was designing this booth, I wanted to bring them up at the same time. NextLevel Acoustics, I'm big fans of theirs. They have incredible products, and I really couldn't think of anyone else to be a part of this. Whenever I called people up, they were ready to rock and roll within that weekend. So we made it happen really, really quickly. And the statement that this thing makes is incredible.
We have a really amazing engineer in John Solicito who had all these great designs. So what we wanted to do was take these designs and make them really catered to the installer to be able to grab this thing, have amazing sound, customization, and ease of install.
John Solicito, as everybody knows, is the co-inventor of the Infinite Scope speaker back in the 80s and 90s. John has partnered with us, and he's part of NextLevel Acoustics. So what's happening here is 30 years of engineering prowess, building high-end $20,000 to $30,000 towers for the audiophile community is now going into everyday products, such as sound bars, in-walls, on-walls, bookshelves, subwoofers. And that's the main difference, is that you're getting engineering when it comes to NextLevel Acoustics.
It's like eye candy around here. Like there's dealer's choice on any demo that you want to do. And I've actually had people come back up to me and tell me that this booth was better than X, Y, or Z booth. And that's just incredible. I mean, and it's not just one person saying that. So, I mean, whenever you have even giants of the industry telling you that your booth is better than the competition, brand X, that's really, really cool stuff.
I think the biggest reaction is they can't believe just the cinematic presence that we're able to get with such a small form factor. In a room that clearly is not hermetically sealed, it has a big opening, right? And that comes down to the design. So these are intended to work with our high velocity sub line. That's unique to NextLevel Acoustics.
I mean, the sound bar was sound, but it was always for us. We're really, really into film, into movies.
Our plan was always to go into cinema, but we wanted to do it in a logical order. And we didn't want to do it until we had a product worthy and unique enough to be out there in the marketplace.
We've always had in-walls, on-walls, and all that. This is just our first foray into doing something that's going to rival a commercial, high-output cinema sound at a value to get it into your home.
The motto of our company is breaking the price-performance ratio. It's making the best possible products for the CI channel at reasonable and affordable prices to where it's not just the 1%ers that can afford our products.
The NextLevel reference cinema line certainly punched well above its weight class at CEDIA 22, and with industry legend John Solicito on board working on designs, I think this might be a company to keep your eye on in the theater space going forward. So there are the 3 rooms that left the biggest impression on me. On me, my opinion. Were you there? Were you at home following the news feeds in real time? What did you think? What was the most exciting announcement for you? What are you chomping at the bit to get your hands on to put into your room? Leave your thoughts below in the comments, and as always, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you again real soon. Thanks for watching.